Hello everyone, welcome to the third bookmark that we are going to make with the variegated wash only but using the colder tones. Yesterday we have done with the warmer tones and today we are going to do with the colder tone and creating some white space in between the variegated washes and then filling up the doodle with some bird nests. This is two bird nests and this turned out so beautifully like a sky and a greenery area. So let's get into the video. For the third bookmark, we are again going to do a variegated wash but with the colder tone colors. So the colder tone colors will be anything ranging from green, violet, blue. All these are called as colder tones. So we will try ahead today with colder tones, which is a blue and green combination. So we have already used C34. I am not going to touch it again. So we will be using a vibrant, very vibrant blue shade and a very vibrant greener shade. So we will be using these two colors for today. You can go ahead with any shade nearing to these two, a nice green and a nice blue. This is called as cobalt blue and this must be I think a sap green shade. So we are going ahead and using these two colors. So let me give the background wash nicely. So I have said in the previous two videos, you have to give the background wash very evenly so that we won't get the blooms which has happened in our first bookmark at this edge. So make sure to apply it evenly. I am doing this with stationery mop size number 2 brush. So this is a natural hair brush and hence holds lot of water and is very suitable for watercolor techniques and watercolor paintings to get more in a perfect manner. So I have learned this from few other artists that the paper is more important than the brushes and the colors you are using. So make sure you are using the right paper, which is 300 GSM 100% cotton and cold pressed. If it is hot pressed also, don't worry, you can go ahead and do these techniques, just that you won't get the smooth blending as in the cold pressed. So you will get this kind of blending in hot pressed. So just that blending does not happen as nicely as in cold pressed if you are using hot pressed one. So that is the basic difference. Now my background wash is over. I am just removing. I have so much of excess paint. Luckily it didn't appeared on the bookmark. So there we go. So on the top I am going with blue and from the bottom I will be using green. So this is the blue which I am using. So it is very similar to what we have done yesterday. We are using the colder tone colors instead of warmer tone colors. So I am applying on the top a thick layer and then bringing it down till the middle. I think I have to take even a bit more color. So nice consistency on the top, because we want edges to be very vibrant, and then coming down without any excess color, just the brush. There we go. I am taking little bit of color and applying at the edges. I think there is lot of water at my edges and that is making the color absorb into it. And so there we go. Now I am cleaning my brush and taking the green, making sure it doesn't have any color, and taking this green. You can go ahead with darker green as well if you are not preferring this. Since the blue is little very lighter version, I want the green also to match it. So like I have mentioned it before, you have to come from down, more color over here, and then just a gentle wash. You can see forming of darker green in the between, so that is all right. So do let me know in the comment section if you want to do some sill outs or something, so that I'll plan ahead in the coming bookmarks. So I am taking little bit more green and putting at this border actually, because I want it to be very dark. You can go ahead and use a darker green as well if you think this is not satisfying what your vision is or what you're thinking. So like I have done for the previous one, we are just running a very damp brush over here, so that the clear demarcation of the color change is not seen, and a lighter. See, in the other one we have formed an orange color. Here we are trying to make the center one a little lighter. So this is the just a small difference which I thought of covering here today. So I will take little blue again, very light version, and then see, I am picking up little bit of color. Empty brush, I am picking little bit of color from here. And I am not satisfied with the look, so I am adding a bit of lighter blue and then leaving it over there. I think I have overdone too much, so I am leaving it over there, and let's wait for it to dry, and I'll be back once it is completely dried. Now the paper is completely dry, so make sure it is completely dry, and I'm removing the materials that are not required ahead. And for this particular bookmark, we are going to do just with the black acrylic marker. Okay, so I'm just making sure there is enough of paint. So this is what I told, if you not let your paper dry completely, I am putting acrylic marker on this. See how this is spreading and blooms are happening because the tissue is wet. So you have to wait for the entire thing to dry to do anything on top of it. So there we go. Today we are making some bird house like that, similar to Easter theme. So there will be some bird nests and houses for the spring season, to with some water and everything, to the birds to come and eat or feed, to drink the water and everything. So most of the people will have this bird houses outside their house and balconies and everything. So we will draw one from the top and one from bottom. So make like this looks like a sky and the grass for me. So this is not sky exactly. Maybe you're looking from your balcony and you're seeing two bird houses, one from the balcony's top and one from the ground level. So imagine it that way. So we will go ahead and start making it. So I will be making from the top, because if I do here and go there, while I'm doing there, this color might smudge a little bit. So I will be doing from the top. So a little hanging of the birdhouse and some ribbon or anything hanging over it. And then we are going to make the shape of the house a little thicker one, indicating the roof. and then a straight line at these edges. Little bit I am extending, and then there we go. We have a small hole for the bird and a little dot over here and some 2 lines. That's it. We have completed the birdhouse over there. You can do it more perfectly than me. It's just that overhead there is a camera and I can't get those straight lines. At times it happens. So yeah. Now from the down, so little simple grass kind of structure shall we draw like this. There we go. I am just making it more neater. So this is some grass which we have at the bottom, and now a line from here. And then comes the birdhouse. So we are not making this exactly the square shape. We will just draw some slanting lines. So see how it goes. So like this. And then a bending line for the roof. Actually, I should have drawn little left, but that is okay. I'm just correcting it. So this will be anyway removed with the masking tape. Don't think it as a lamp post. It is a birdhouse, so we are not putting anything on the top. If you want, you can just put a little circle like this. And then the small hole for the birds to come and stand or everything. You can fill this up with the lines. Like this might be some wooden texture or something. And then cute bows. There we go. See, here it has smudged already a little bit. See? Okay. There we go. This space looks little empty for me. So what I'll do is I'll quickly draw a little butterfly over here. So you can see how I am trying to make proportion on both the sides. So this is how I will try to make proportions on both the sides. So if I draw completely on one side, I feel I won't get that same effect on the other side. So this is what I will follow for getting that proportion. So I have drawn a small butterfly. The butterfly looks bigger than the birdhouse. Maybe it is closer to our eyes, right? So that is how we have to conceptualize with the errors. And we will add more grass over here. Maybe just the lines I am doing with the black pen, not a bush like this. So you can just do a dry brush kind of technique with the marker, and then just some grasses like this. So make sure your marker has enough paint, and then do some grass. There we go. I think this looks kind of complete now. I don't want to fill this space up. This looks beautiful in this way only. If you want to add any more doodles or details over here, you can definitely go ahead and add them as well. For me, this looks complete and beautiful now, so I'm not going to touch anything. Wait for a minute or two to get this portion dried before removing the masking tape. This is what we have made today, and this is very simple and cute. Hope you will all definitely enjoy making this and also learn how to make sky and the greenery area in your other drawings as well. See you all in yet another beautiful bookmark tomorrow.